Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Disco Elysium, where we just found our gun. Fantastic! And we found a mentally ill person that we did not shoot. So proud of ourselves. So proud of ourselves for not doing the obvious cop thing. I want to say, please do not crash the game. Please do not crash the game. 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 Huh. The game might have crashed. I will bring you right back. And it's the live, luckily it did not crash. But as I was saying, we need to go speak with Titus. Kim had the excellent idea of asking if he could help with the old woman. It's much better than dragging her off to the police station. Hopefully they'll still be there. We also want to make it in time for the communist meeting. We cannot miss that. That is way too important. We must confound the intellectuals with our superior knowledge of theory. It'd be nice if the game could give us some music, though. Game. Okay. The Hardy Boys no longer here. Fine. I can talk to them tomorrow then. Are the communists still there? Do I still remember how to get the communists? Pretty sure I do. Where is the stairs? I think it's that one. Yep. Comrades, I have returned.
You're back.
I'm guessing the spots of gauche belong to Cindy?
Yeah, it's hers. She just sort of moved it all in a few months ago.
She said if she's going to make truly radical art, she needs a suitably radical workspace.
And I don't think she could afford rent at an actual studio.
Do you like her art?
Oh, sure. It's definitely interesting, I would say. I guess you could call her latest stuff a sort of counter-bourgeoisie calligraphy. She's got a real taste for radical slogans.
It's too bad she hasn't developed the theoretical foundation to do truly radical work.
I think she'll get there, though. She's still looking for a subject equal to her ambitions.
What's the deal with this place?
The deal? At a fundamental level, I guess you could call it the shattered bones of a dream crushed by capital.
A feeble and hopelessly mixed metaphor.
That's really good, Steban. You should save that for an essay.
Thanks, Uli. When the idea is sound, the words just sort of flow.
Yes, now keep developing the idea.
If this place is Shattered Bones, that makes us the Bone Weevils.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not as good as Steban's original idea, though.
Good, let's move on.
Go ahead.
You wrote that article in La Fumée, didn't you?
You've read our article.
That I did not expect.
The energy in the room has shifted ever so slightly in your favor. They're afraid they've somehow embarrassed themselves in front of you.
Well, don't keep us on tenterhooks. What did you think of the essay?
The delicate egos on these boys. Even though you're just some cop, they're desperate for your approval. Hey, you're not just some cop. You've got highly developed critical faculties. Now's your chance to show them off.
Actually had some pieces of constructive criticism.
The young man takes the folded-up magazine with some hesitation. As he reads over your annotations and emendations, a look of deep concentration comes over his face. He has the look of a man spread naked on the operating table. He can feel the cool metal of the scalpel, the bracing sting of the antiseptic, and yet his expression isn't wholly unpleasant. A part of him actually seems to enjoy the attention.
What does it say, Steban? I can't see.
They're good notes. A little brutal on questions of style, but he's not wrong about any of it. Would it be alright if I kept this for a while? I'd just like some time to think about your comments.
Of course.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Now, let us talk about infinite materialism.
Yes. Let's get right to it.
His companion leans forward, ready to jump in. They're impressed that you dove right into the most advanced parts of the theory. Half an hour evaporates and the conversation is still wending its way toward new and unexpected places. The cool breeze coming off the bay wraps itself around the Capeside apartments in a nearly forgotten part of that glorified construction site, surrounded by rusted pieces of scaffolding and walls of faded tarpaulin. A detective of the RCM debates the intricacies of an abstruse theory with a pair of university students.
But if it's true that this individual possesses so much capital that light literally bends around him, then that must mean...
That light itself is a bourgeois illusion. Capital presents his own form of plasm.
In Innocence of Capital, Puncher and Wortman argue that communists must possess as little capital as possible in order to keep their thinking undiluted by its influence.
Watch out. You call yourself a communist, and yet you've been accumulating a suspiciously large share of capital in just the last few days. It's almost certainly distorting your thinking.
I'm pretty sure this is not a large amount of capital.
Again, he was just a regular high-net-worth individual. There was nothing extra-physical about him.
Now the breeze has subsided. All is still except for the last bits of steam rising from the coffee pot.
Well, on that note, I think we can call it an evening.
No, wait. Can this really be the end? You feel like you've just gotten to the real stuff.
Yes. One of our better discussions lately, on the whole.
Is that it?
What do you mean, is that it? You've done the reading, we talked about it. What more do you expect from a reading group?
You thought there'd be more?
More what?
I know, more something?
It seems like there's something on your mind. Maybe a question you mean to ask?
We probably won't get a better chance. Honestly.
But it's getting late, so maybe pick the most important question.
Ask the most important question about communism.
The question you mean to ask is both very complicated and incredibly simple.
If you can't even agree whether communism is about plasma or psychology or beans,
The young man waits patiently for you to finish.
and the rest of the world keeps killing us for our beliefs,
Yes?
Say it.
what's the point?
The young man considers your words for a minute. You're witnessing his ironic armor melt before you. This is his true self you're seeing now. There's something going on in there, but his innermost sanctum is still beyond your reach.
The theorist Puncher and Watman, not inframaterialists, but theorists nonetheless, say that communism is a secular version of Pericanassian theology, that it replaces faith in the divine with faith in humanity's future. I have to say, I've never entirely understood what they mean, but I think maybe the answer is in there, somewhere.
What if humanity keeps letting us down?
Nobody said fulfilling the proletariat's historic role would be easy. It demands great faith with no promise of tangible reward. But that doesn't mean we can simply give up,
Even when they shoot at us.
especially then.
And of course, we'll be shooting right back.
You don't exactly look like someone who would pick up a gun. Sorry, mate.
So young, so unbearably young. Their faces blurred, yet frozen as though in ambrotype. You were never that young, were you?
I guess you could say we believe it because it's impossible. It's our way of saying we refuse to accept that the world has to remain. Like this.
Broken?
Yes, that's a good way to think of it. Broken, but not irreparable.
It's a nice thought.
A thought can be a very powerful thing. That's the whole idea of inframaterialism.
His words aren't really directed at you. He's wrestling with himself now.
Esteban, it's getting pretty late.
You're right. We should clean this up and get going.
Of course, the matchboxes. You'd very nearly forgotten to ask about them. Now may be your last chance.
So, what about the matchboxes?
So you really did read all the way to the end. Yeah, Uli and I were trying to see whether there was enough plasm between the two of us to hold up a few matchboxes.
Saying it out loud makes him realize how foolish it sounds.
It was just a little informal experiment. No reason to take it too seriously.
Well, we should try it again.
The young man looks at you a moment, then at his companion.
What could it hurt? All right, let's give it another go.
You know what? I'll sit this one out. I don't think you want my skeptical materialism interfering.
Before long, a modest tower begins to rise from the pile of matchboxes. You place every box with the utmost delicacy and precision.
Easy, Uli.
It's holding. It's holding.
For the moment. The higher the tower goes, the quieter the room seems to become. Aside from the occasional comment, the three of you are completely absorbed by the task.
All right, you go next, Esteban.
The young man pushes back his shirt sleeves, revealing the pale flesh of his forearms.
Easy now.
Is it? It's holding. It's holding.
Yes, this is the closest we've ever gotten.
It's almost exactly as Nielsen's sketch imagined, a physical manifestation of the dialectical spiral of history.
All right, gendarme. Your turn.
You've got this. Theories aside, they're only matchboxes. Even the lieutenant is watching intently now.
Ghost of myself, give me strength.
It's... My God. Is it really holding?
Success!
It is. It is.
There, in the middle of the floor, the winding spire quivers with an improbable energy.
This is impossible, right? There's no way it's really staying up like that.
But it is. It is.
Seeking proof of communism.
For a long moment, no one says a word. Even the lieutenant is transfixed. A low-pressure system is gathering itself over the bay. It's begun to tug violently at the tarpaulins.
No, not the wind.
And there it goes.
Sad. That was miraculous.
No. It was exactly what's supposed to happen. We should treat it that way.
We should probably clean up.
Well, I think we're probably finished here, Detective.
Sadly, we're off.
Wait a minute. If you don't mind, We wanted to get your opinion on something. A few little changes we've been thinking about.
Kind of changes.
Nothing too major, I think. We were talking potentially about relaxing some parts of our admissions process.
Yeah, probably would help if it didn't make people go through a whole interview just to join. Then again, you have to rule out cops. Me saying this as I am a cop that just got it. Should ditch the passphrases and meet in a coffee house.
I thought the cloak and dagger routine made us seem more appealing.
Nah, not really.
I thought so too, but perhaps we overdid it, just a little. There was another thing. We were also debating putting up some posters around town.
Though some of us maintain that advertising is an unacceptably bourgeois tactic.
Not advertising, it's propaganda.
That's what makes it so beautiful. The irony is unbeatable. As a noted art cop, you definitely have an opinion on this.
Appropriating bourgeois methods for revolutionary ends.
Oh, I like that. We're dismantling the structures of capital with our own tools.
It does sound pretty cool when you describe it like that.
Plus, I've got the perfect place in mind. Put some more coffee on, Uli. We've got a long night ahead of us. We should probably get Cindy in here too. Oh, and Gendarme. One last thing. About that question you asked earlier. It reminded me of a certain poem that you might appreciate.
Ah, so he has read something besides his books of abstruse theory.
It was written by a young communard who was killed on the barricades during the Coalition landings. The story goes that he wrote it on the last night of his life, keeping watch from the barricades in the middle of the night. I don't have the whole thing committed to memory, but there's a line in it I think about sometimes.
What's the line?
In dark times, should the stars also go out? Anyway, good night to you.
Farewell, comrades. It's time, however, to get our asses to bed. It is super fucking late. We have work to do in the morning. I did pay for a room in the Whirling, right? Oh no, I died. Yeah, I died and then didn't pay for the room in the Whirling. So we have to go to the fishing village. It is pretty fucking late. Yeah, so tomorrow morning we will check if the freezer has defrosted overnight. But now it is time for some well-deserved shut-eye. Okay, which one's the house? That one.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Time to go to sleep.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The place feels almost like home now, quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea until there's suddenly light.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, Darkness.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
I actually slept well. Amazing. This seems impossible. Okay. Stand the fuck up, Harry. Time to do police work. Good morning, Kim.
Yes?
Okay, first we shall try opening the damn freezer. The Cavalsund multitool. Keep running, please. Okay, right. Before that, let's call the station.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You find anything about the owner of the armored boots?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen. Notebook.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Elis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S Kortenaer. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
NICU?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
He was found in the leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
All we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
We have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elis Kortenaer.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
No further questions, Alice. Thank you very much.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay. Now to open the damn icebox.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand... Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalzund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before.
God damn it.
And it's already unplugged. There's not much else to...
Guess it's time to have a morning drink. Fuck. It's still bugged. I want to consume the alcohol, please. Oh, damn it. Thank you. Physique raised. Level up physical instrument. And let's get back to it, shall we?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it
If this
slowly
doesn't
melting.
work, I swear to fucking Jesus.
Ice groans and howls under the
Fantastic.
strain of your giant Kvalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
Finally.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilde as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
I am curious. Okay, grab the bag for a moment. We don't need the Kvalsund multi-tool anymore. At least not yet. Are the Hardy Boys here yet? No, they are. Yes, they are.
The Copper NATO is back. What do you want?
I have a job for you. Old catatonic lady in the old fish market, other side of the bay, she needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuron or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Nope. Definitely hadn't anything in mind.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne LaPlante.
Be anything else you wanted to know?
Who was she?
Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago. She was better then. The children kept her together.
How'd he get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
True. I can feel but partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Cole. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of our own.
Where'd you get all the cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Thanks for helping it out, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
I'll go over a few things about Ruby.
Yeah? What?
Apparently, nothing. Okay, what else do we have to do? Okay. Find the murder weapon. We have not found the murder weapon yet. We need to help Suna in her project. We are on our way to do that. But that will be next episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I have been Pope. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to everything that makes the algorithm happy. I will see you all next time.